All right, guys, so it's review time. The Jlabs Jbuds Air Pro. These came out in 2022, I believe, not too long ago. I want to say in a few months. I could be wrong, but I believe it's 2022. Price tag on these are $59.99. They do have some features in them, some features missing, which was kind of a bummer, but we're going to talk about that in a moment. So let's hop right into this video and see what comes inside the box. All right, guys, so let's talk about what comes inside the box. Normally I would open this, but I want to just hop right into this review. So right here, you have the earbuds. They're already inside the case, as you can see. If you pop that open, it's right there. You have your rubber tips right here. You have your actual small tips and then your large tips. And the mediums are already on the headset. So that's how it looks. Your USB is on the bottom. So when it comes to, this doesn't have any wireless charging. When they eventually do add wireless charging to some of their headsets, if they ever do, maybe they'll make the case a little bit different. But the cord is connected to the case. It is a small cord. And for those that think it's going to snap, I'll be honest with you, this is a very secure cord. But if you're one of those people where you just break stuff on a regular basis, I wouldn't suggest getting a pair of Jlabs if you're just irresponsible with your product. Not trying to, if you drop it a lot, I'm just going to be honest, there's no way of sugarcoating it. This is not for someone that breaks headphones. This is for a person that does actually take care of their products. And, a little scuff here and there is one thing, but it's a connected cord. So please be aware of that. There's no replacing it. There's no repairing it. You would have to get a whole new headset, probably use the warranty, or just go to the store and buy another one. So if we're talking about just how it looks, these are the headphones right here. You have your 3 dots, what indicate how charged it is. When you take one out of the case, you see the little blue light right there? It'll let you know that the left one's inside the case, the right one's inside the case. And when it's blinking like that, it'll let you know that it's charging. You just close it, you're good to go. The lights will turn off when it's done, just like any other Jlabs product, so it's nothing new. So if you're used to the Jlabs, you'll be used to this. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any type of app support, so that's an unfortunate feature. You're looking at 36 hours of battery life inside of this, 9 inside the headset. You already do the calculations, the rest inside the case. This does not have any type of active noise cancellation. It doesn't have any type of feature like that except for ambient noise. So if you're riding a bike, if you're outside, ambient noise will kick in, and then you'll be able to hear things going on outside. It has pretty average ambient noise. It's not the strongest, it's not the weakest. You have dual connect, so you can use the left by itself or the right by itself with no issue. You should have no problems. You have a wear detect sensor, which is in-ear detection. What that basically means is that if you take it out of the case, it won't connect right away. When you put it in your ear, it'll resume whatever you're playing. If you take it out of your ear, it'll just connect to save the battery. So these do have in-ear connection, so that's something to be aware of. You are looking at connect to multiple devices, which we'll talk about that in a moment. IP55. So sweat and if you're working construction, if it's raining or certain things, or not heavy rain, but like dust, water resistance is going to work just fine with that aspect. And Jlabs headphones are actually built pretty tough. The only reason I'm not pulling it out because it connects to my phone. I will pull it out in a moment and show you how it looks in the next section, just so you know. And that's pretty much every feature of it. Again, it doesn't have any app support. You do have 3 EQ settings. So, you have your signature sound, you have a couple others, but I'll be honest with you, Jlabs signature sound was always the best feature on this. You would think this would have app support. I thought it would have, but it doesn't. And for that $60 price tag, some Bluetooth do actually come with that. Like what's the company? Anchor, Soundcore. They normally have app support with almost all of their headsets, depending on the price range. So with that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the multi-point connect in a moment and actually show you how to sync these so you'll know in the future what you need to do. All right, so for the sync process, you take these open. Now, normally in headsets, in some brands, you can keep the headphones inside the case. These you need to take out of the case and sync. So I'm going to try it anyway. Just leave them inside the case. You're going to see that nothing's happening. It just says Galaxy Watch, which is my watch on my wrist right here. So what we're going to end up having to do is take these out of the case, which they sync fairly fast to each other with no issue. Here we go right here. They're going to sync to each other. I'm going to go ahead and what's the refresh? Whoops. There we go. So allow and pair. So I'm going to go ahead and pair this. That's my mistake. I didn't mean to hit the Galaxy. Get out of here. We're not pairing that. There we go. So did it sync? Let's try that again. It should have synced, but I ended up pressing the wrong thing, so it probably didn't end up syncing. So we're gonna put them in a case, take them back out. Here we are. Gonna go ahead. Yep, JLab Ergo Pro. Tap those. Gonna pair them again. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It was trying to connect to the Galaxy Watch at first. That's why I had that problem. And it's very simple. So you do have to take these out of the case in order to sync them. I just wanted to show for people that's used to just flipping the case open, that's not possible. Now, if we talk about this feature right here, which is called multi-point, what you end up doing is, let's say you connect this to your phone first, you would turn your Bluetooth off afterwards and then connect it to a secondary device. So what ends up happening is once you turn the Bluetooth back on, after that, let's say you're hooked up to a laptop or a tablet and you're listening to music. Like I have a Nintendo Switch. I can hook this up to my Nintendo Switch. If it starts ringing my phone, it'll connect to the primary device instead of the secondary, and I'll be able to answer phone calls without taking the earbuds out of my ear. So it is a pretty cool feature. I know some people care about multi-point. Personally, I'm not a big fan of that. It doesn't make a difference. I have so many headphones. I have certain ones hooked up to certain devices, and they're next to each other, neatly tucked away, so I don't have that issue. And I like to keep separate devices so I don't run down my battery life and longevity of my headset. But everyone's different. So what we're going to do right here, also in this section, is we're going to listen to some music. So if I go ahead into the file manager, I'm going to go to audio. I'm going to put these in my ear, and I'm going to let you know exactly how they sound in real time. I already did phone calls and recordings and things like that with them, and we'll talk about that in the next section when I show you how they actually look in the ear. All right, so right here, I'm going to play a song. Let me play something that actually has some bass. I mean, it has okay bass. It's nothing like the Anchors. It's not like Samsungs. It's not like Apples. It's not like other JLab headphones. The sound is clear. It's not bad. I like it. Sounds good. Okay. Like I said, I already used these for about a week, so I already know. I'm just doing this for video purposes. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. When it comes to music, there are better $50 headphones or $60 headphones. I forgot what it's called. I think it was $59.99 as a matter of fact. So there are better $60 headphones than this by far. Now, JLab hasn't always had the most best sound, like Skull Candy still beats them out. These, because of the particular fit, I'll be honest, these are very, very chunky headphones, as you can see. When you look at this, get the little air dirt. These are chunky. The case is like, look at this. Like this rubber tip can be replaced with a skinnier one or it'll be flatter, but this is much more comfortable. So I suggest these. So for you people that have small ears, again, every ear shape is entirely different. To me, these are just way too big in my ear. They're comfortable, but they don't fit properly. Where when I put the rubber in, for me, I had to use the bigger tips that come inside the box. It didn't fit very well. This is the biggest tip. And when I use my own type of tips, they seem to be loose and spin around. So I use the ones that come inside the box. When I'm outside, it felt like I could hear all the noise going around me because it didn't go deep into my ear. Now, if I press it deeply, the music does sound decent. It doesn't sound bad at all. And the music's actually very, very clear. This headset seems to have clearer quality and sound when it comes to JLab products. But the issue is that it just still comes off short. It just doesn't sound that great, in my opinion. I'm sorry, that's a contradiction. Let me re-explain that a little better to your viewers because I don't want to confuse you guys. The sound is better than other JLab headphones. The problem is that I personally, because of the shape of my ears, these fit odd in my ear. This doesn't go deep into the actual ear canal. And a result of that is that I don't get to hear the music the way that I guess the headset intended. It's just not a comfortable fit for deep and longevity in my ear versus other earbuds. For example, when I use these right here, these are called the Liberty Air 3s. No, the 3S. This has an ear pod design where it feels like you fit it in your ear, it's open ear, but these still have very heavy bass, even for a headset of this caliber, versus these where when I turn them up, the bass isn't bad, but it's not a bass heavy headset. It sounds better with sound. It sounds better with just actual like podcasting and music and things like that. Not music, but like voices. It excels in that area, the pros. I don't know what's pro about it personally. I think they just put that for a name, but I think JLab made better headphones. Like the Ergo Pops, in my opinion, fit better than these, but these still have better quality overall. Now, if we're talking about call quality, which I'll just throw that in here also, it's not very clear. It's very cloudy. It does not sound very good. If you're recording yourself, like screen recording, it doesn't sound that great. Versus if you do like a recording on a video, it's going to sound entirely different. But when you screen record, you can see like it's a little grainy. It picks up a lot of noise in the background. The one thing Jlabs never excelled at was call quality. I don't know why they don't try to do better than that for whatever reason, but I guess because of the climate of clientele who they're trying to reach, they don't have to put everything into their headsets. They don't do the bare minimum, but it just feels like they're just recycling or rehashing the same product over and over again with no major changes. Like, sure, they have in-ear detection. They have that, cool. You have dual connect. Each ear could be 9 hours. You have the multi-point. Now, with multi-point and the in-ear detection, the weird sensor detect, those are the features that are normally in higher-end headphones, like Galaxy Buds, AirPods, some Anchor brands, Sennheisers, like those are the Beats Studio Buds. Those normally have those features. They're guaranteed to have it. So by adding it into this is what brought up this headset to $59.99. If you take that feature out and you take the multi-point out, you're looking at a $39 headset. It's like they just added more features in there because they were just, we want a particular person to look for this. But then you left out ANC, which is important. There was no reason to leave that out whatsoever. They just swapped it out for another thing, which I don't think that was the best choice. And to be honest, again, with the fit, again, these aren't bad looking headphones. But like I said, the problem is that it's just, look how chunky this headset is. Look how big this is. This is just too big. It's really, really too big. The fit, it's too big. I can't stress that enough. Now, what I am going to go ahead and do is show how it looks inside my ear personally, so you guys can see that, and then we'll just close out this video. And at the end of the day, it's really your decision about what it is you want to do. All right, so right here, this is the headset. So when I twist it in, you're supposed to twist it in a certain way so it fits. The problem is that the actual rubber tip in the headset does not go deep into your ear. So this is the largest size ear tip that I have right here. When I put it inside, it fits snug. Like, it's a snug fit. I'll admit it isn't. It doesn't feel bad. It doesn't cause ear fatigue for a couple hours if you wear it. So you can definitely get decent battery life out of it. The problem is that I can still hear everything around me as if I'm not wearing a headset. It's not going deep enough into my ear. And when I start pushing, then I get soreness. This is a very, very freaking big headset. Like, I can't express enough that they could have toned down the size of the headset itself. And then it would have been deeper into the ear canal where the rubber tip will be easier and you can feel all the bass. If the bass is in your ear, it sounds great. If it fits in your ear properly, you'll like the headset. But for me, it's just sketchy. It's like Jlabs always make overly sized, really big earbuds that are just oofy looking and goofy looking, where they're just big. And I don't know why they won't, for whatever reason, downsize and the size of their headset and make it more friendly with new time users. I don't know why they do that, but the fit, it's. I'm doing this. You could probably see a little mid. It's okay. It's comfortable. For smaller ear people, I would suggest obviously a different headset. Whoops, it's going down. Yeah, my bad. So for people that have a, actually, you know what? Let me cut back and go to the other. There we go. So for you guys out there that have smaller ears, I'm not going to suggest this headset, because when I give it to my wife, she truly has small ears and she prefers the kind that have stems because it's easier and they hang out of your ear. For smaller ear people, normally use stems. At least that's the better choice, in my opinion, because it's easier to take in and it's easier to take out of your ear. It's just more user friendly. These aren't bad headphones, but if we're just talking about just like, if I compare them to Liberty Ear, what are they called? The Life Note E's, the Life Note C's, the Life Note 3S, the P2i, the P3i, the P3, the 3. Like, it's just too many options to choose from in that same price point that are better than this, that have better sound, better music quality. Granted, this is very clear in terms of music quality, but you have to make sure you have the fit perfectly in your ear in order to get that feeling. And that's something that I think that Jlabs they don't excel at comfortability in headphones. It seems like other companies are just doing a much better job at making a comfortable feeling, and they're not sacrificing quality or features. Either you're going to get a headset that has ANC and noise canceling and things like that, or you're not. Either you want to get multi-point with other features already in it, or you're not. And again, a multi-point is important for some people, but for me personally, it isn't. I use one headset per product. I don't have it hooked up to 2,000 things. I don't see the necessity or point of that. I don't have one keyboard hooked up to my computer, then switch to my tablet. I'm not that type of person, but I do understand the importance of multi-point. I'm not going to just write it out. But if we're talking about $60 for this, no, I would say $39.99 would have been the more ideal point, maybe $49.99, but $59, that puts you at a price tag with other companies that make a much better product than this, much better looking product, a smaller product, more physically a pleasing aesthetic product, better quality music. It just, they failed, in my opinion, when it comes to the price tag. I was really excited about these, and then once I got them, I'm just like, when I first got it, I didn't even know anything about it. I just saw the ad, and I said, I'm just going to buy them and just surprise myself. And when it said no noise cancellation, no ANC, what? Who doesn't make ANC at this price point? I don't know. But anyway, that's the review. Like always, like and subscribe. If you like this, you're good to go. If not, it is what it is.